Performance coaching in sales meetings. Many sales meetings have the tendency to become a beauty contest. Here's an example of how a beauty contest could look like. The manager at the end of the table declares with a clear and loud voice, "The meeting today is about sharing successes, so who have had a great success in the past period?" On the manager's right-hand side, we have the salesman with a high self-confidence and who believes he or she is the best. The salesman is quick on foot saying, "Yes, I can begin. I started up with X company and I have already delivered my first proposal for the company. It looks very promising because my plan fits extremely well into the company's vision. We're talking about millions for us if we get it through." The salesman continues to talk about whom from the management he or she talked with and what they said and so on. The manager praises the salesman and shows his appreciation in both voice and body language. Then he turns to the others and challenges them to talk about their successes. Imagine the inner dialogue they have. That could be, "What a show-off. He's not even near closing the deal. I don't have $1 million success. I'd rather wait with my own success story until the next meeting. I'd better be sure of it. I'm not sure I have a clear success, but my sales figures are pretty good. I had closed the deal last week, but it's not good enough to present in this meeting. My sales are low, so I better keep a low profile." Next week or month, the sales team have a success sharing meeting again, and everybody gets seated in the exact same place. The sales manager opens the meeting as usual. "Today we will again share our success stories, and I hope we have a lot of them, so we can learn from each other. Who wants to start?" The salesperson on the manager's right-hand side is raising his hand rather quickly, but maybe with a slow movement that shows restraint, saying, "Well, I don't really know why it's always me who starts, but I can do it again. I have arranged the last details with our proposal to X company. I expect at least a double-digit million contract if they sign the deal." And the salesman continues telling the story. The internal dialogue of the other salespeople is still the same, as well as the results of the meeting. After several meetings with the same story and process, it gets to the point where the salesman with the $1 million contract is either lucky in closing the deal or not. If the salesman is lucky, there will most probably be a lot of celebration, and the next meeting will be on how the contract is implemented. If the salesman is not lucky, it often ends up in excuses that have to do with circumstances outside the salesman's control. For instance, it is incredibly annoying that the purchasing manager of the company quits his job just before signing the deal. The new manager is very difficult working with and wishes to get some more offers from other companies than us. It is extremely disappointing and not very wise of them that they do not accept the offer I've given them. Or, "Our prices are way too high." Or, "We lost because the production department are not willing to meet the company's requirements." Sharing successes is not about millions or billions. It is very essential that the leader focuses on successes without the millions and billions as the overall headline. What really gives results is focus on behavior and the continuous development when changing behavior and habits to the better. Continuous improvement of the smaller things are often much more important. We have to look for the difference that made the difference, also for the salesman with the $1 million contract. What was it in particular that made the difference in this particular meeting? What did you personally do that made the customer move forward? We have to get back to our beliefs about ourselves and what we think we can and cannot do. What did I do today that I would not have done yesterday? What did I do differently, and dare I repeat it? It is the change in sales behavior that you as a manager have to keep an eye on. Ask questions like, "What exactly did you do differently this time that brought you the success?" The difference that made the difference can for salespeople, for instance, be, "I chose to call the person that makes the decisions directly. The fear of rejection kept me from doing it for a long time, but I did it and he was willing to talk with me. I thought I couldn't live up to the responsibility of being a coordinator for the customer because of my fear of handling all these tasks at the same time. Everybody else believed in me, so I decided to give it a try. I could always turn it down the next time, so the responsibility all of a sudden wasn't that big. I took 3 deep breaths and said to myself, these 30 persons I will show a presentation for do not know what I have to say to them, and they certainly do not want to be in my shoes. That made my nerves go away, and I did not strain during the session." It is tempting to focus on results, since it is so visible, and salespeople are often driven by the results and competing with each other. However, sharing successes is a team effort, and the goal is to help each other to be even better and thereby reaching the company's goals. If the individuals in the team are competing against each other, they are not likely to share anything. The perception is common among salespeople that if you share, the others get better and you cannot stay on top yourself. You must, as a manager, measure your salespeople on how much they share with each other. You can improve success sharing and knowledge sharing in a sales organization by attending co-hosted sales meetings with the employees. Make people share the competences that you have discovered each individual has by organizing success and knowledge sharing meetings, or establish a direct connection between two that can learn from each other. You can measure both results, activities, and resources for salespeople. And sharing learning is embedded in resources. For instance, results, the income from customers, number of new customers, number of customers in pipeline. Activities, number of meetings with key customers, number of meetings with other customers, number of meetings with new customers, and number of canvas calls. Resources, percentage of time working directly with customers, percentage of time working indirectly with customers, progress of personal learning objectives, sharing learning with other team members.